digging you, baby. No, I'm not actually, but I, it's I'm in a. It doesn't matter. I'll explain to you later on. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Falzer Club, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Yeah, applaud for that. Thank you all very much for being here on a frigid Sunday afternoon, right? Still afternoon, right? Well, at least we didn't get any more snow. Thank you all very much for being here. If this is your first time here, please avail yourself of our free popcorn. Our bar is back there. Our staff is working hard for you. And if you're wondering, this space used to be, originally it was a silent movie theater once upon a time. Way back in the 1920s when I was born, it was, this was a silent movie theater. And if you look above the bar, the original projection booth is still there. And we're here, we're kicking off a month of the celebration of Black History Month. And we have a whole lineup of African-American artists. We have a whole art thing that will be explained to you as the evening goes on. We have a great evening of entertainment set up for you tonight, and we're really glad that you're here. Give it up for my friend Hayden behind the soundboard back there. He's doing sound for you all night long, my friend. We're really glad you're here, and I'm going to bring up the curator of our show this evening, my friend. Where is he? There he is. Nigel Uzi. Nigel Uzi. He's going to give it up for you. Thank you all very much. Here you go.
My name is Nigel Uzi. I'm a student, activist, and founder of See Beyond My Skin, a nonprofit dedicated to fighting racism through community action. And thank you for coming to Black Excellence in Action. We are the starting event for the Falzer Club's Black History Month, and yeah. Also, we'll be celebrating the centennial anniversary of Black History Month and its creation. I started my nonprofit, See Beyond My Skin, in 2020, at the height of the George Floyd protests. I believed that change could be started by talking to people of color and sharing their lived experiences. I saw it as a way of humanizing Black and brown people in a world where just that can disqualify them from basic human dignity. In 2022, I changed the mission to fighting racism through community action, because I realized that only through having a strong and tight-knit community can we be together to fight oppression at a systemic level. Earlier this year, I had the idea to create an event for Black History Month as my capstone project, a year-long project that defines your time at high school. If it weren't for my mom, Emmanuel Wisdom, Nomad, Tishka Smith, and Tom Cassetta, I would only have an idea of an event. I would like to thank you all for supporting me and making this event happen. I have been so lucky to have so many caring and talented people in my life who helped me support my ideas, including Hussein Noorani, who helped me formulate the seeds to an idea for my nonprofit, Brian Caputo, who helped me get it started. I have a show on G-Town Radio because Tom Cassetta believed in my ideals. I was able to interview Cornel West because my work with Rodney Wittenberg with Melody Vision. Tim Hayes fueled my commitment to activism. As a Black Panther, he dedicated his life to making positive changes within our community. Emmanuel and Nomad helped Emmanuel and Nomad spent time helping me formulate today's event. Wreath of the Lost Cause is here tonight because he believed in me before I even met him. And I would also like to thank Gary Lee, because if it weren't for him, I wouldn't be able to be up here and speaking with, I guess, such confidence. And I know there are other people in this crowd that I don't think I've thanked, but I just want to know that everyone, thank you. I would like to invite my panelists up. Emmanuel Wisdom. Emmanuel, who goes by the name Unapologetic, is an artist, designer, educator, and curator, known for his blend of Afrocentrism and constructivism. Wreath the Lost Cause. Wreath is a highly respected local underground rapper known for his socially conscious songs and great flows. You'll hear his music later this evening. LaWanda Horton. LaWanda, who goes by the artist name Empress L, is an activist and nonprofit consultant and poet. She'll be starting off our spoken word portion of the event. I based the theme of this show on what I consider the pillars of Black excellence. You can sit down. Joy, pride, and resistance. To me, each of these words encapsulate what it means to be excellent in spite of systemic oppression. My first question to the panel is, how do you try to embody the core values of resistance, pride, and joy within your work?
They're gonna do that.
Yeah.
So I am the president and CEO of a nonprofit consultancy called Mission Incorporated. In October, it will be celebrating its 18th anniversary here in Philly. And I started the business because I was a Black woman in the workplace. And Black people know what that means, right? I was a Black woman in the workplace, and even though my job was to pretty much raise the salaries of everyone there and all of the operations of the organization, I really wasn't treated like that was the contribution that I was making. And so one of the things that I really wanted to do when I started my company was to have sort of a zero tolerance policy for workplace politics and microaggressions. In fact, if you look at the Nomad's painting, you'll see that I wrote microaggressions on there, so it'll be very obvious when you guys see that who wrote that. That's the way that I build resistance and justice, social justice into my work, is by living it every day, making sure that no one ever has to feel the way that I felt in the workplace. And I just do projects every day that are designed to take folks who would otherwise never see their full potential, like me, and give them sort of the entrepreneurial skills and tools that they need to make their dreams come true.
Hey, y'all. So I think for me, I was raised by an activist. My mother was literally boots on the ground in the streets. And I think that when you are raised by someone like that, you had better use your platform and use your voice to, she might actually pop up somewhere, just so you know. She's very crafty like that. It was instilled in me at a very young age. When I would get in trouble, it wouldn't just be go sit in your room. It would be read 4 chapters of the autobiography of Malcolm X and then write a book report. So if you're going to be a poet or an MC and that's your lineage, you don't really have any option or choice. It's instilled in you to use your platform for acts of resistance, and through that resistance comes joy. I feel so joyful resisting, and I will continue to feel joy resisting all of it. I think now more than ever, we're at a crossroads where that joy is being threatened every day, and I think that the great quote that I try to live by is the horrors persist, but so do I. And I think that right now that's sort of the theme, that's sort of the anthem in the minds and the hearts of so many. And that's my reason for doing it. I would feel foolish. I would feel as though I was wasting my talent and your time if I wasn't actually trying to say something that was uplifting, educating, and healing at the same time. So I'm not sure if that answers your question, but I feel like I've been talking long enough. So.
Hey everyone, my name is Emmanuel Wisdom. Artist name is Unapologetic. I see a few familiar faces in here. Some people I've met, some people getting to know today, and so yeah, I'm posted back there, and we can definitely have a conversation later when I'm not on stage. The theme of joy, pride, and resistance. A little background: I'm West African. Came to the U.S. in '09. As a kid growing up in Africa is much more different than anywhere else. But growing up, I had a very loving and supportive family. My grandmother, I grew up with my grandmother. At the time, I didn't know, but I found out later. She was a librarian, and she worked at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So every day she'd bring a book, and I read a book every day growing up as a kid. So I learned a lot about different cultures and different places before I had the opportunity to travel. So I'm very grateful to her for instilling that in me. As an artist and as a human, as well as a man, I have a lot of women in my family. I have a lot of younger siblings. And so usually I'm the person that's first through most doors, first through a lot of opportunities. And so I try to be conscious of them and knowing that they're paying attention to me. But as an artist, I started my business in 2016, and that helped me through college, freelancing, and when I graduated, I jumped into it full-time. And I've always believed that entrepreneurship is our birthright. And so for me, most of the work that I do and things that I do centers around entrepreneurship and promoting self-discipline and self-development. I think everyone has a purpose in life, whether it's supporting people, being behind stage, on camera, being an artist, musician, so on and so forth. I think everyone has a role to play, and everyone has an internal light that can help be a directional element in terms of darkness for other people in our communities. And so for me, joy is something that over the years I've learned to provide for myself, and I don't look to any external sources or people for it except for nature and God. And I'm prideful of my heritage. I have Ghanaian and Nigerian roots, but I grew up in Liberia. And in terms of resistance, I more tends to embody the philosophy of Bob Marley, and so anything that basically isn't for me, or and that includes spaces, places, people, environments. I tend to just go with the flow and pay attention to things that don't seem to align, and over time that has kind of led me to meet a lot of wonderful people and be able to grow as a person and be able to share my art and evolve my art and tell my story and my journey about growing up in Liberia, growing up as an African boy, growing up as an African male, and trying to shine light on underserved communities and be a voice for the voiceless.
Thank you. There are other questions.
Yeah, we'll try to keep it short.
Reef, you're mainly known for your kind of music, Emmanuel for your visual art, and Lawanda for your spoken word. How do you find your mediums, and how did you kind of find that as a way to share your voice?
Well, for me, I am a child of the 80s that grew up in West Philly, so hip-hop was everywhere. My uncles rhymed, my cousins rhymed. You had people, breakdancing, graffiti. So I can't dance, so that was out. Breakdancing was out. I was terrible at it. I can't draw, so graffiti was, that was done. But one thing I could do was run my mouth very well. And it all goes back to, it's going to keep going back to this woman who made me write book reports. I knew how to, the pen, I just could go for days and days and days. And then it became a point of honor. I really, really fell in love with it. And it gave me a purpose, and it gave me confidence that I was maybe lacking in other areas in my life. Urban environments, home life, things weren't always peachy, but I could always open that notebook and I could sit and I could write and I could feel free. And it also became a source of power. My power was that, at my core, I'm an MC. So, that means that anyone that would question or challenge that, it's like coming up to a knight and asking for a duel. You're gonna die right where you stand. And that kept me going, you know what I mean? That really made me to know that when you do something and you get the results where you feel like you are growing at it and you're getting better at it and people are telling you that they like what you're doing, that's really, it just was like, this is it. I've dabbled in different other mediums, but this will always be home first. Hip hop, being an MC, it's just who I am at my core, and I'm very blessed to have found that at such a young age, because I feel like there are a lot of people that are, I just turned 44, and there are people that are still trying to find their purpose, and I hope they do one day. I think there would be a lot less problems in the world if people just had something to fucking do. So you know what I mean. So excuse my language. Gonna be a lot of those. Sorry.
Oh, there's going to be more of that.
Definitely.
Same. I challenge you to a duel.
Oh.
I just want to first, shout out Philly, because I'm a native New Yorker, and this isn't an easy city to, get adopted in. You know what I mean? And especially the neighborhoods that adopted me. So, Logan, Germantown, I'm here. I'm up in here, right? My start, I actually in New York was one of the youngest female rappers in New York back in the early 90s. We had only a handful of female rappers at that time. It was like MC Lyte, Queen Latifah, Roxanne Shante. These are obscure, some of them are obscure names. I was little doing it. And
they saw me as a bit of a novelty. They were going to bring out, there was a lot of little boys, Another Bad Creation. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with them. You know, those were my arch nemesis, the little boys that were out here doing it, and they didn't really have a little girl that could come and do this kind of thing. And I was definitely way, way more mature than I should have been at that age. You know, something about being like 14 years old and doing like shows and not getting home until 4 o'clock in the morning and being with a lot of like grown men and stuff was not sitting right with my grandma. So the career was very short-lived. I think I maybe did like 2 shows. But that was my origin, was literally in the home of hip hop. A lot of folks that you guys think are from New York City that are like those hip hop, the big names, the legends, they're not from New York City, they're from upstate New York. Jadakiss is from Yonkers, Heavy D is from Mount Vernon. There's a bunch of people that these are the people that would like perform at my high school parties when they were like early in their careers. We didn't have to pay to see them to perform live. They were from around our way. So tonight I'm coming to you as a poet, but I'm really a rapper. I'm just a poet now because of age and you know like, and I can't do what they're doing now. So you know, so I'm back. I'm about to come back though.
That's awesome to hear and to learn about. For me, growing up, I learned a lot about American culture through hip-hop and listening to the songs and the stories that were being told by some of the artists you mentioned and you know, the likes of KRS-One as well. But growing up in Africa, because Africa is so humongous, most people think it's a country, it's a continent. Growing up in West Africa, the ability to travel freely is not similar to how people can freely move in European countries, which is something that needs to change. But a lot of the stories and cultures and happenings traveled through music. So as a kid, I learned a lot of what was happening to people in Jamaica from Bob Marley, what was happening in South Africa with apartheid through Lucky Dubé. I learned a lot from Peter Tosh, Nelson Mandela, and a few other people, what was happening in Nigeria from Fela Kuti. So when I came here, you know, it was just natural that I kind of dissect the music as well. But similar to you, I'm like the opposite. I always was very comfortable with arts. And it took me a while to kind of build the confidence and vulnerability to be a performer. But visual arts for me and art for me started, I was always drawing as a kid. And when I came here, you know, I was just trying to go to a regular high school. And my mom was like, that's not happening. So, so I remember this day very distinctly. We drove around Philly trying to find a high school that would take me, which was very interesting. And like we went from school to school. It was like Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, a couple other schools. I was literally in the back seat, and it was her and my aunt in the passenger. And they would drive to the school, park in the parking lot, and they'll tell me, wait here. And then they'll go in there and they'll say, no, let's go to the next one. So it's one way or another, she ended up finding this school called CHAD, Charter High School for Architecture and Design, which I applied late, obviously, and she brought the resume, the application, and she actually they had like, it was very extensive. They had like, you had to write an essay and all this stuff. I did none of those. She wrote the essay for me, fill out the application. The only thing I did do was, they had a prompt for you to draw something, so I ended up drawing a pair of my Timbs and submitted the application. And then the next week we got a call. They told me to come in for orientation, and it was just me because everybody else was already, you know, familiar with the school. And there was like I went there on like a Wednesday. The school was opening on like a Monday. But when I walked through the doors and I saw the art, in that moment, I knew what I wanted to do. And since that moment, every step I've taken from that point in life has been, self-directed. I just knew it was something I wanted to do, and the responsibility and accountability was on me to figure it out. And it's been a journey since then, and the evolution, keep evolving as a person and learning more about art. And just a little bit about Philly. When I came here, I learned a lot about Philly through the murals. They're very historical. So I learned about a lot of the historical figure, the history of Philly, and how important and also competitive the creative scene is. And a few years ago, I was fortunate enough. I've been doing murals for a while, but I was fortunate enough some years ago to collaborate with some businesses and other people and mural arts as well to put up some murals in the city. So I felt very fortunate and blessed to add to the landscape of Philly in a way that inspired me to do what I'm doing today.
Each of you have been a massive inspiration to many people, but who inspires you?
So there's a long list of people that inspire me. But the number one for the last 15 years until the day I leave this earth will be my oldest son, Isaiah. He's nonverbal autistic. I was late getting here today because he had a rough day. And you think you have a rough day. You've never had a rough day. You've never had a rough day if you can tell someone what's wrong, or you can tell someone that you're hurting, or you can call one of your friends and go outside and play like his brothers and sisters do. There's nothing in this world that could ever be as beautiful, as challenging, or as inspiring, the word you used, as my relationship with him. It's been 15 years and I still can't talk about it without getting emotional, but that's just because my love for him is deeper than anything I've ever felt or ever will feel. I feel as though I can never fail. I can't fail him. I can't let him down. I can't leave him. I can't let him be by himself for too long. He needs his dad. And when you have that type of motivation behind you, and you have that type of spirit that you have to make sure is always safe and always loved and always comfortable, there's not a fucking thing in this world that can stop you. So that's number one and will always be number one, and I'll leave it at that.
So,
I'm getting snot on the mic. I'm sorry, guys.
you'll be using that one. I have kind of like a humorous inspiration and then like a serious one. So I always wondered like who kind of like I wanted to be like, and they're both fictional characters. So that was kind of like both, I don't know, interesting but also a little depressing, I guess. So I love the character Olivia Pope in the show Scandal, and I'm her. You know what I mean? I want to be, if I'm not her already, I think that I am in here, but, you know, and the other one is, what's the other show? The Good Wife, but it's the remake with the white lady. She's like Diane. Diane, her name is on the show. Anyway, I think it's like The Good something. It's not The Good Wife, but it's like the same maker, creator. It's like an offshoot from there. Anyway, those two women, so go look at them. And then the other thing is I'm in the nonprofit space, so every day I help people start organizations. And the thing that really inspires me are Black people. And the reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of Black people have very little themselves. And every day I get to experience those people wanting to do something and give back to other people while barely having anything themselves. And there has never been, in my opinion, a group of people who have started so far behind, fighting to kind of get closer to the starting place, but also bringing everyone else with them on their back to the starting line. And there's a lot of pressure in our community. A lot of people don't know this, for you to do so. So unlike other parts of American society where you can reach levels of success and by and large go there alone, and also forget that you know any family members that are doing anything that might be embarrassing to your overall family, we have a lot of pressure on us to bring everybody with us when we take a step forward. So it's a heavier step forward than it would be otherwise on top of everything else. So I think that when our community gives what we have, it's really shaving off of something where there isn't a lot there to begin with.
Shout out Reef, man. It's wonderful to hear you talk about your son and the relationship. As a kid growing up and right now, I've never met my dad. So over the last couple of years, him and I have been like communicating. He's an architect in Ghana, so I guess something was passed down through the genes. And there's no malice or anything towards him or anything like that. It's just life gives you these experiences that you got to turn into wins. But it was wonderful to hear you talk about that and speak on that. I think we deserve to hear more about Black fathers and the sacrifices and joy and how to show up for their families.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, you could clap for that. But as a person, again, growing up, like I was 4 years old when my mom came here, so it was just like a person growing up. So for me, what inspired me the most was like history. I really love history. Learning about anything historical, the earth, culture, people, arts, anything. So I learned a lot about history. It could be anything. I want to know about it. And a few, historical figures have inspired me over the years. But so I'll just go through the list. I know earlier we said it was going to be short. I lied. So like a couple people that have a little background situation going. A couple people that have inspired me. Obviously, some of the names I mentioned, likes of Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, Nelson Mandela, Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Dr. King, Nani Queen of the Maroons, who is a hero to the people of Jamaica. And I could keep going on and on. I'm gonna, forget some people, but most importantly, I also want to mention Sonny Ali, which was, if people don't know him, he's the greatest emperor who ever lived, and also the richest man to ever live. If you know history, he started the Shanghai Empire, which expanded to Mali, and eventually took over a bunch of things. So he's my greatest inspiration. Also shout out Nipsey, who is also a hero to a lot of people. And so I've learned a lot from these people over time, and also to mention a few women as well, like the likes of Maya Angelou, Lauryn Hill, and a few others. But my greatest inspiration is my grandmother. She's the most wonderful woman I've ever met, known in my life. I seen her last year when I was in Liberia for the first time in about 15 years. And so that was like wonderful to reconnect. And the first thing I said to her, she was like, you got to go back to school, get your master's, and you got to get your PhD. And I'm thinking, you know, I'm just pushing pencils, you know, just canvas and, you know, paint on canvas. What's the need? But looking at the landscape of things, I'm like, damn, she's right. So that's something that's been on the forefront of my mind, something I like to accomplish before she's no longer here, to give her that joy. But she's my greatest inspiration, and also my little sister, who is also named after my grandmother. When she was born in 2010, I felt like a part of me was also reborn, and I became more conscious and aware and more in tune and more protective, just as a human. And it was something that came up naturally for me. So, yeah.
Thank you. How do you use your art as activism?
Well, I think that obviously the music itself can serve as a backdrop. But I think it's moments like this, you know, when you reached out to me, we had never met or spoken before, but I was so inspired by your activism and what you're trying to do as a young man. I couldn't believe you were 17. You know, I wasn't doing any of this shit at 17. So round of applause for this young man, honestly. Honestly, like but there's a lot of people that, you know, will pose in front like they're about that, you know what I mean? But then somebody like Nigel comes along and says, hey, can you come do my event? And they like, yeah, $7,000, you know what I mean? Like, for me, my art has led me to people like you who, in turn, I can use my platform, I can use my time, I can use my music to support nonprofits and things like that, working with nonprofits such as Beyond the Bars, which is a wonderful program in the city of Philadelphia, if you're not familiar with, that we started off just teaching kids that were adjudicated, awaiting trial, music programming, recording, writing, and now it's expanded to 50 high schools, I believe. We're all over the city setting up music labs, teaching kids about the art of music, the business of music. Right now we're doing a writing workshop for the next 6 weeks that I'm honored to be a part of, to talk with these kids and give them ideas. Working with nonprofits like the Philadelphia Prevention Partnership. Just anytime I'm called or asked, it's through the music that I've been given these what I call angels that come into your life that say, hey, come down this path with me, come help me do this. And the return is the reward. The fact that I get to sit on stages with incredible artists like yourself through action that you've taken, I mean, it's all full circle. So as long as I continue to put out art that resonates with activists, and as long as I myself am able to find pockets where I can use my music to support activism, like the groups that I just mentioned, the nonprofits I just mentioned, I think that's the best way. I would never try to, I get a little weary, a little bit kind of freaked out about activism or activists that it seems to be about them. It seems to be about them being in the camera all the time, and you know what I mean? Look at what I'm doing. I always felt that the moving in silence is the most powerful way. So it's not about me. I would have been here even if you didn't ask me to perform. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the most important thing that we need to get back to, is just really just community, being there for each other. And right now we need it more than ever. I don't think I need to tell anybody here. So that's my answer, if it makes sense.
My work, like I said, the people, I feel like when I, think about the future, I feel like I'm standing on the shoulder of giants, so I can see much further. And because of the likes of the people I mentioned and the sacrifice that they, put in to provide platform and an opportunity, internally, I feel like I can't fail. And the only obstacle is me trying. And, but personally, through history and understanding stuff, I came up with a art style called Afro-constructivism. Some of the posters are actually above you guys up on the panel. The ones are in color. And it's a series of 7 posters that, talked about justice, liberty, freedom, paucity, I can't really remember off the top of my head, but it's a seven series that dissect these topics and the importance of them. And that was like, I've done a couple shows other places, and my very first show in Philly, 2022, that was a poster series I put out that basically the aim of it was to create something that would serve as an artifact to unite the people of African descent that have been scattered due to the diaspora. And the inspiration behind it came from, if anyone's familiar with Russian constructivism, which was actually an art style that liberated the people of Russia before there was a country. So I saw the formula and I tweaked it a bit and put my spin on it and put something out that is going to inspire my group of people that someday they'll quote unquote get their act together and do what they need to do. But for me, I'm more, if I need to be, I'm on stage, but I'm mostly, behind scenes doing what needs to be done. But I've collaborated with a lot of people. I'm also a graphic designer by trade. So I've done a lot of branding and visual identities for Black businesses, organizations. Just to name a few, there's an organization in Scranton where I went to university called Black Scranton, which is a not-for-profit organization that unearthed the history of the people of Scranton. I don't know if anyone ever been to Scranton, but they don't really highlight Black people there. But there's a lot of Black people in Scranton, and they've done a lot of work and amazing history. So I have a wonderful friend of mine, Glennis Johns, who started that project as her a thesis and became an organization. And so when I had an opportunity, collaborated with her and did some work as well. And also, there's an organization in the UK called the Black Curriculum, started by Lavinia Stennett. And her aim is tackling the education system in the UK to provide equality in history and other subjects that, in terms of the context, don't really provide a full spectrum. And so she was doing a lot of wonderful work and to kind of like, fully provide curriculum that, I guess African British kids could relate to and see themselves in books that they're studying. And so when, I had the opportunity to collaborate and design their brands. And so, they kind of took it from there. And also in the U.S., I collaborated with Freeform TV. I don't know if anyone know Freeform TV. Designed that brand for there's an award called Young Black and Freeform. I designed that brand as well, and I also designed the awards. And several Black celebrities and people have received these awards and accolades for that, activism and other work that they do. So for me, I tend to, support the people who are doing the work, and because my reaches can only go so far. And so if I'm able to empower those who are doing the real work, then I'm happy to do so. Because as an artist, I'm not the first one on the front lines. I'm usually in the back painting the war stories. So So it feels amazing that I could give life and longevity to my work through other people mission.
Well, I'm the Taylor Swift of hip hop, so if you piss me off, I'm going to write something about it. But also, through Mission Inc., we have a lot of wonderful programs and projects that we do. We started 2 years ago something called Mission Forward, which is our nonprofit. We do an annual rap contest in the city of Philadelphia every year called Philly Got Bars. It's entering its 5th year this year. We have the largest grand prize for a rap contest in the country, thanks to support from the city of Philadelphia's Office of Violence Prevention. And one of the things that I try to do with that is violence prevention is about figuring out who's most at risk of being a victim or a perpetrator of gun violence, and then not asking them to come to 15th and JFK, not asking them to come to, these programs where there's like a priest meeting them at the door, and because the people who are most at risk of being victims or perpetrators of gun violence aren't coming to those spaces. They're just not. You have to open the door to where they feel comfortable, and a lot of the times that means going to where they are. And so I am outside of the Poppy store. In New York, they call them bodegas, but I'm outside of the Poppy store, right? And I'm saying, do you know how to rap? You think you know how to rap? You think you know how to rap? And that's sort of like a opening for a conversation, right? One guy said to me, you are not afraid to be just walking up to people that you don't know like this. But if I'm not there doing the work, then what am I doing? I can't scream from way over here, hey, you guys should come over here. You know what I mean? So I've been doing that type of activist work. By the way, we can always use support. So you can follow our Instagram at Real Mission Inc. All of the stuff that we have been doing is on there. Our main goal is to use the arts to disrupt the systemic, issues that are plaguing our communities, and to really do it in a crazy way. Who would have thought to use the thing that everybody thinks is causing the violence to stop the violence? But I knew that this particular group wants to do that. They already want to be involved in the music. And when they came to me, I said, you don't have to speak the way I want you to. That's another thing. We try to serve these populations, but we give them all of these requirements for how they have to clean up before they come over here and receive the services from us. And I think that that's where a lot of organizations lose those who are most in need of help, because they require that they come with like a quarter zip, and stuff, and they're not doing that, okay? So we go to where they are, and we don't ask them to be anybody other than who they are, and we've been doing stuff like that literally in our community. We're closing off the entire block on Old York Road from Rockland to Ruscombe this summer. It's something that has never happened in the Logan community before, and there's been no festivals of the East Falls, Mount Airy, Chestnut Hill kind in that neighborhood, and where the Commerce Department funded us. We're gonna close off that block. We're gonna bring those rappers out. We're gonna let them perform. We're gonna give that community vendors who have quality products that they can purchase, and give the people who are making candles inside of their house in that neighborhood an opportunity to make some money. So, yep.
Thank you. What do you think are, kind of going off of the activism theme, what do you think are the biggest issues that we should be addressing and organizing around today?
All right, I gotta say this. I have to take like a deep breath before I say this, like a really deep breath. So I'm gonna be honest, because I always keep it like 1,000 In Philly, they say keep it a bean. All right, so I've been watching a lot of white ladies in particular crash out over what's going on in this country. And I know that a lot of black people are feeling like they want to sit back from all of this and like, cause we like been doing it the whole time and other stuff. But the part of me that is very community oriented wants to reach out and be like, come over here. We're not asking the people who know how to do the thing or have experienced the thing how to do the thing. And I do think that there's a tendency. I'm gonna tell you what we say behind everyone's back, me and my girlfriends, right? I have had the experience of like, if a black surgeon is about to operate on you, don't tell the black surgeon how to do surgery or ask him how you think, are you sure you're supposed to be using that kind of scalpel? Don't do that to people who have experience. So there is a whole generation of black people who have, older than me, who have gone through this organizing and done this stuff, and no one is asking them how they made it through, how they built community networks, how they kept everything quiet and off Instagram, The organizing is only going to happen when our communities genuinely come together in an authentic manner. And we have to be willing to accept a different kind of voice as a voice of authority in a particular situation if they have the competency and the know-how to be the leader just this once, So I think that's the way. I think it's if you have the chance to be near someone who's not like you, get what you can from them. Because I got people right now that are willing to do certain kinds of things that I don't feel as though when the time comes I'm gonna be able to do, if you catch my drift. And I make sure that I have those kinds of people around me because that's the reality. I think that there are people in, other communities that have skills that we just don't have access to. There's people who have more of a connection to planting and growing things, understanding how to make things. We need to exchange those ideas and resources with one another in an authentic way, and we need to do it like yesterday. So that's my opinion. If we all want to survive this, we need to build community.
There's no way I'm gonna say anything better than that. So yeah, fuck ICE, and that's and tear down this whole regime. Revolution is needed, and what she said.
Yes, sir. For me, I tend to look at things from a personal perspective. So I know, no one is in charge of my success or my failures, my growth or not. So for me, I tend to investigate the self first. So I think as a group, we got to get back to understanding ourselves first and foremost. And, being mindful of, what we intake, what we digest, whether it's food, music, sound, environment. Another part of that is, getting back to the land. I think agriculture is a huge part of us as a race, and a lot of that has been taken from us. Most of the food and stuff we put in our bodies, we don't know where it comes from. We can't even pronounce the ingredients on the back of a label. So for me, I think being mindful of self can unlock a lot of things. The more I learn about myself, the more I know I'm very similar to everybody. regardless of race. I know I have a lot in common with everyone. So whether you are, of African descent or not, I say learn more about yourself, how you function, your thoughts, and you'll see it's not, different than the next person next to you. Whether, if we go talking about an emotional spectrum, whether it's love, joy, pain, anger, it's all the same. We all feel the same thing. When Reef shared his story about his, connection with his son, I felt that emotion because it's the same emotion that exists in me and it exists in all the other fathers that are in the building. Whether, you're African or not, I think on our emotional spectrum, we are all the same. We tend to express our, emotion differently, but we feel the same thing. So I think what we can get back to is self-development, which I think unlocks, the key to connection and nature. And like I said, for me, entrepreneurship, I 100% believe is a birthright. And every system, whether it's government or business models or any other system that exists, technology, if you investigate it and look at it from a coder perspective, if anyone knows how to, do coding and other stuff, when you analyze the formula, you will see that it's very similar to the system of the human body. So every system function of the human body, whether it's government, education, or whatever function of the human body. And I think right now, everyone is being pushed to experience fear, which is a low frequency vibration. And we have to do the work to connect and heal ourselves to experience joy, which is a high frequency vibration. And it's not always the same, and just so people know, I'm not always this calm. It's a demon in me as well as an angel. I'm an angel to some, demon to most. So I'm a human like everybody else. I have my moments of pain, joy, love, loss, sacrifices, a bunch of stuff. But, my advice would be, if you can, to conjure up these emotions and direct them into something purposeful and alchemize them. I think everything stems from learning about the self.
Thank you. All of your responses were beautiful, funny, and very emotional. We'll be moving into our next section. We'll have a small break, and LaWanda will be up with some beautiful spoken word.
Thank y'all. Thank you.
Give it up for Nigel. Give it up for Nigel.
Hey everyone, if you don't know me, my name is Ashana. I am the director of the Falzer Club, and I'm really grateful to have you here. And this is always the kind of program that I want to bring into this space. And full disclosure, I'm very proud because Nigel is my son. So during this brief break, please see our vendors who came here and brought a lot of material to share. We also have a list of a lot of nonprofits. So if you're looking for a place to fit in and to figure out where you can do the most good, we have a list. We've got it for you. And please eat food. Thundermug brought some delicious danishes and savory sweets. They're amazing. And we'll be back in about 5 minutes.
so fly without the wings. Baby childs can see the light in darker things. Wait, now they see our magic. Proudly we imagine days when they can't frown upon our fabric, bob and weave. Been dodging thieves and stolen culture. I believe in poaching vultures. I believe in open ocean trips, no ship out backstroke from one coast to coast like Aquaman. Got mind control over the lava lamp. That's why my pen leak fire. I retire when my father can. Look up in the sky and see me cloud sitting. It's a bird, it's a plane. No, this power living. I kicked the rainbow yesterday, it let out sour skittles. I bet Trayvon up in heaven like these my kind of vittles. Armadillo, armor thick, got bulletproof karma, cause I'm innocent of all that they accused me of. Superheroes and sheroes with POs accusing us of moving kilos. Still always moving love.
You want the wireless back here.
Hey girl, say girl, ain't no time to play girl. Nah, I'ma touch her and tell her I want that girl. Yeah, they call me Gucci, but I'ma buy you Louis. Yellowstones on my wrist remind me of a slushy. Girl so fine, wanna ride me like a huffy. Ugly girls quiet, pretty girls ride. Country girls, city girls, love to fall diamond. Got her in the bed with the kids straight wild. Took her to the club, bought her 3 Long Islands. She from Rhode Island, Atlanta, I reside in. Big black diamond, bigger than a black razor. Asian, black, Caucasian, I'm blazing. Persuasive, so amazing, it's amazing how they stand there cause they're patient. Waiting to the perfect time for conversation. My observation tell me that she's Gucci baby, my baby.
Hey, Shawty, you gotta take your purse off for this one, baby. It don't matter where you from, we going to DC right now. You there? Ugly girls be quiet, quiet. Pretty girls proud, proud like this. Ugly girls be quiet, quiet. Pretty girls proud, proud like this. Okay, can have 'em in amazement. Switching 4 lanes in that 09 range while I'm singing old Trey shit. It's like this all day. Okay, my name's Wale. They probably know me from the Boss in my Hugo. Floss like my two fur. My flow is on Pluto. Them rollers ain't Pluton. And the age of 6, she was arrested for the sit-ins. And with that in my blood, I was born to be different. Now niggas can't make it to balance to choose leadership, but we can make it to Jacobs or to the dealership. That's why I hear new music and I just don't be feeling it. Racism still alive, they just be concealing it. But I know they don't want me in a damn club. They even make me show ID to get inside of Sam's Club. I done did dirt and went to church to get my hands scrubbed. Swear I've been baptized these 3 or 4 times. But in the land where niggas praise you, cons are getting paid. It's gonna take a lot more than coupons to get us saved. Like it take a lot more than do-rags to get your way. Nothing sad as that day.
You got that, brother? Thank you very much. So what do you all think of what you saw so far, ladies and gentlemen? You like what's happening? Thanks for coming down here to the Falzer Club or kickoff of Black History Month. And if you look at the cards on your table, you'll see all the lineup of music. And we got some great stuff coming up for the whole month. Please come out and check us out and support us here down here at the Falzer Club. And we're going to move into our spoken word portion of the evening. Please check our vendors out too, ladies and gentlemen. They're down there. Our friends Thunder Mug, they're a neighborhood business. Please check them out. And everybody else is here. And we're going to get on with their spoken word. Please welcome to the stage Empress L, ladies and gentlemen. Empress L.
Is this thing on? Okay. So, this evening I'm gonna do for you a series that I call The Girl. And then I'm gonna end with the poem I never wrote. This one is called The Girl Is No One. The girl is no one, desiring none, possessing nothing. She lives nowhere with no burdens, no longer someone wanting something. Everyone wants everything. Attending every circus, every zoo, going everywhere with everybody, hoping everybody else will be there too. Someone is watching closely. Sometimes friendly, sometimes mean, always sometimey, never quite sure of someone or something. Anyone answers to no one, and someone just wouldn't dare. If everyone said something, anyone just wouldn't care. But anyone can be humbled, destroyed beyond recognition or detection. The simple power of being no one is the ultimate perfection. A girl has no president. A girl has no president. Taxation without representation is evident. Blind repetition of half-truth and false facts is prevalent. Facts supported by careful research and reflection, irrelevant. It's no matter if you rock with red or bang with blue. You don't really understand the cost of living until you realize that the product is you. The government's the salesman. Can I have one moment of your precious time to rob you of your inner wisdom, give you sex and drugs and crime? You're free to sleep, won't cost a dime. Pop pills and then pop bottles and then pop your brother and we'll turn his blood to wine. Cover your eyes while we conceal. Do not question what is real. It looks like hell. Hell, that don't matter. Look, it's one hell of a deal. I once told you you could be anything. Now be anything but real. My only currency is confusion. Welcome to this grand illusion. If you keep taking, we'll keep using. It's just the drug we're all abusing. If you keep taking, we'll keep using. It's just the drug we're all abusing. You've got material possessions to collect and values to reject. You've got an image to protect and false idols to respect. Internal flaws you must project. Others' flaws you must deflect. If you cut sense, we'll cut the check. If you cut sense, we'll cut the check. The girl they never forget. I am the girl they never forget. The living, breathing personification of their regret. I am the mirror that reflects their cowardice, turning their moment of being that into powerless. I am the one that is forever. That soft but cold bitch you can't help but remember. I am the bitch that changed the weather. I can make your July feel like December. I am the one who has no fear. 'Cause when death came knocking at my door, that bitch held my beer. I am the one you underestimated, the antagonist you never anticipated. I am the never asking why me, 'cause subtracting you will always multiply me. Just be ready when you try me, 'cause I got a spiritual army and they're tying their fucking boots behind me and they don't fight fair. That look in my eyes, that's a cold bitch stare. I am the one who went to war for you, gave you my all and then gave more to you, slaughtered whole cities and offered them all to you, and when I was done had to put in a call to you. I am the one who leveled the woods for you, who saw the good in you, who picked up the pieces to reignite a fire that only went out because of you. I am the girl that is never again. Never existed, was never a friend, never a message, never a send, 'cause that's how it started, and this how it end. A man will pay $80 for a fucking cotton shirt and offer only $50 for what's under my skirt. Is it a scam? I don't believe it. Murdered her children, can't conceive it. Thousands are dead and no one knows why, and there goes that plane falling out of the sky. Who do we trust? Who do we bust? What in the hell has become of us? Why so much lust? Why so much lust? I'm flipping through channels, girls going wild, brothers and sisters are having a child. Jerry, Jerry, they scream to this dipshit. A 5-year-old girl came in to buy lipstick. Can you hurt her? Can you hustle? Can you solo flex your muscles? Is it greed when you sell weed because you got 4 young mouths to feed? I got no tricks up my tree sleeve, but I walk down the street for a bite to eat and beep, beep, shorty, shorty, beep, beep. In a half or an hour, I'll have a parking spot next to the empty lot of my busy street. And on the way, I'll pass Bob. He's the drunk lying dead in cream of wheat. Is no one nice? Is no one kind? What is this state of mind? How did we get beside us? Can we put it all behind us? Headlines, domestic violence, AIDS, dead silence. Homeless man dies in his sleep. That's deep. Bullets, missiles, nuclear war, black men, 1 in 4. Natural disasters, days going faster. Dahmer, McVeigh, Lewinsky, Hussein, elections, erections, sheep cloned to perfection. I might go insane. Not a race war, but a mass war tied in a ball with enough hate and anger to wipe out us all. There'll be no peace without death, no death without life. Nothing left to broadcast, nothing left to write. The poem I never wrote. This is the poem I never wrote to the one I never had. who spoke the good up out his throat and then displayed the bad. We can go and search for meaning, but we cannot wake when we are dreaming. A million cuts, and now they're seething from the tangled web he's weaving. Just one more time, and then I'm leaving. A million gauze won't stop the bleeding. A million gauze won't stop the bleeding. A million gauze won't stop the bleeding. But now, I hear a helper in the darkness of the night. Can I muster up the courage? Can I stand 10 down and fight? And then the wound, it crusted over and the scab began to shed. I began to feel much taller, placed the crown upon my head. And I knocked him off his pedestal and I left his ass for dead. I am the leader of my destiny. I will never be misled.
Don't leave me up here hanging. I got no poetry. There you go. How about that? I know poetry's all that. How about that? Thank you all for sticking around here. This is our spoken word. One more time for Mr. Nigel Uzi for putting this whole thing together. Where is he? Back there. He's hanging out. He's hanging out. Empress L, where is she? There she go. And now we're getting up Lady Boss. Where's Lady Boss? Right there. Welcome our second spoken word artist, Lady Boss, ladies and gentlemen, right here. You want to use that or you want to use the hell?
It don't matter.
You got that?
Yeah, it's all good. They need a mic.
Oh, okay. Come on up. You want to grab this together?
All right, let's go. Let's get it. How y'all feeling? These songs is out. I brought my daughters with me. It's called I'm Still Here. Y'all ready? Let's get it. Talk to them, y'all.
I might be poor, I might
Sing
be
it.
black. You think I'm ugly, but I'm still here.
Come on.
I might be poor, I might be black.
Look.
You think I'm ugly,
Hey,
but
look.
I'm still here.
You might see this, you might see that. The struggle is real. We not going back. Keep hope alive, keep your life intact. Be a doctor or lawyer, everybody wanna rap. Kamala Harris ran, I thought she would win. It go to show you racism still exists. It is what it is. I got my white friends. Get you some too, make them friends to the end. Back to the plot now, here's the twist. I'm being hated by my own. I'm just trying to live. We've been there and done that. Slavery had to end. Love me for who I am, not what I do. Please, while you at it, love my brother and sister too. Some ain't got a clue. We barely getting by. We barely went to school if we didn't go high. Yeah, if we didn't go high.
I might
One more
be
time,
poor,
y'all.
I might be black. You think I'm ugly, but I'm
Still here. All right, let's go. I want to give y'all my new single that's out right now. It's called Sliding. Thank y'all, thank y'all. This my new single is out. Talking about the young guys that's killing each other. Look, can I get a little volume in that? They poppin'. Listen, watch it. You gon' kill, mob-ish, be for real. Look, they keep telling me to slide when they know it ain't a problem. Look my daughters in the eyes, they know I'm a survivor. They be waiting on the lick, moving with the stick. I don't know what it's gonna take for youngers to get a grip. Here's the pliers. I'm your savior before the outcome. By any means, gotta give it up to Malcolm. Xing people out with the same skin color. This that bop, but on God, they slumber. I just wanna rock the cradle and get you focused. Bunch of sheeps in wolf clothing, that I notice. I'm cool with being pro-black. I won't go back. I love my people that much. We under attack. They could play it in the club, play it in the car. As long as you listening, I got my point across. The devil is a liar. Everybody wearing wires. I trust no one. That's why I stay quiet. They slide, pop it. You doing drills, watch it. You gon' kill, mob-ish, be for real. You want war, they slide. In broad day, listen, just watch it. You gon' kill, listen. I said mothers going to work, busting they butt. Little dudes running the streets, busting they gun. Like, can we stop it? Is it even logic? I got cars to the streets, not trying to be the problem. Get it in, get it on, get it out though. You live to see another day, Luda throw them blows. You win and lose some, that's how we go. Stay on your pivot, stand 10 toes. Yeah, them boys sliding, toys stay popping. I'm from the streets, you'll never see me hiding. Summertime popping, girls, they gossip. But ain't nobody telling when them bullets start flying. It gotta hit one of them. They on that wildish. Everybody Gambino, ooh Lord, they childish. They ease the pain, you should try to smile. I feel like we to blame for real for all the crime. They slide, pop. Listen, watch it. You gon' kill, mob-ish. Be for real, they trying to stop it. They sliding, in broad day. Listen, watch it. You gon' kill. That's all I got for y'all. Follow me, a lady and a boss. Thank you, thank you. I love all people. It's Black History Month. I love all people. White, black, Puerto Rican, Chinese. We all one race under God. Simple and plain.
One more time for Lady Boss, ladies and gentlemen, Lady Boss. How about that? And at this time, we're going to bring up our last spoken word person before we bring Reef up. And this gentleman has his artwork hung up on over here. It's you. Some of it fell down during the night, you know that. So it popped off, it hit me in the head a couple times. It's cool. It's that's what I get hazard pay for. So, but I want to bring this brother up here, and he's a good friend of the Falzer Club, and he's going to do a little bit of spoken word for you. Please welcome Emmanuel Unapologetic, ladies and gentlemen. Get him up here. Come on up, brother.
Hey, how you feeling? I don't know, for some reason I got a little nervous. A lot of good performances. Yeah, give it up again one more time for Nigel, wherever he is. A wonderful event, a lot of beautiful faces and beautiful souls in the house. So, yeah, excited to share a little bit of the spoken word. The first poem that I'll be sharing is titled African Fish Ego. I don't know if anyone know that that particular eagle is an actual real eagle, but it only eats fish. So, yeah. So this is a little bit of context. This is a bit of a historical poem. So, yeah, let's get into it. I think I should put the glasses on. They said the higher you go, the longer the fall. But this African fish ego never worry about heights. He just take flights. She said, why wait on tomorrow when you can have a bite tonight? I As I lay between her thighs, she rubbed my temple. Sit back and reminisce. When Eve offered Adam a bite, opened his eyes to the knowledge that the word wasn't right. Cast out of nirvana for speaking what was right. We're the living testament of the human might. 1507 AD, let's take it back. Pope Julius commissioned Michelangelo to paint Jesus white. 1866, limpieza de sangre, meaning purity of blood, made my skin illegal, took education away from my people, denied access to basic human amenity. Fuck kneeling, raise both fists for your freedom and liberty. That's word to fella. That's Kuti. You don't hear me. Trying to escape because your reality isn't so friendly. She said, boy, that's enough talk. For tonight, just take me somewhere I never been. Let our bodies meet in the middle of nowhere. Go ahead, take flight. The signal's all clear. Said the higher you go, the longer the fall. But this African fish ego never worried by heights. He just take flights. Poem. Thank you. Let me get a little adjusted here. Tall people problems. Where's Gary? Oh, thank you. We good, Gary. Sorry about that. All right, we good. Just trying to get a bit more comfortable so I'm not moving all over. Can you guys hear me okay? Awesome. Can I get a couple snaps? Let's get it. All right, let me see my notes, see what's next. I try to pick some poems that fit the theme of, I guess, the night. So this next one is one of my favorite ones. It's a bit of a heavy poem, but it's called Art. And it's about my journey as an artist and also my investigation into what really makes art. And a poem that's inspired by an event I experienced in Liberia growing up as a kid, which was the Liberian Civil War. And at one night, some rebels came to my home and tried to kill my family with guns and machetes and threatened to rape my aunt. So this is a little bit of a healing work that came out of that experience. What is art? Art is what is left after he leaves a heart. Sell your loans for your dreams, Sally Mae. I remember when them rebels tried to rape Aunt May. I was only 6, hid under the bed, my eyes wide straight, wondering what could bring a man to such fate of brutality. That devil's mentality that strip us away from humanity, keep us away from divinity, more profits off our intellectual properties, gentrification, hustle off of our properties, labeled us inhumane just to own our likeness. The pursuit of pleasures only lead to temporary happiness. Teach them young queens to embrace that blackness. Paranoid to mediocrity, I'm spitting for reciprocity. Self-knowledge is my philosophy. Fun, love, and light, and self-reflection. While my brothers die from systemic injection to the mind, telling us we're 3/5 of that erection. Social media got you hooked for validation. A few likes won't get you instant gratification. At a crossroads, put aside ego, get redirection. Never half step, but I'm always in motion. The one frank and Lord Mama bless more her ocean. Legs open, peace sign, now that's a revolution. Too many ideas, too many revelations. Too many instant oatmeals wanting gratifications. But life has no notifications. You gotta go hard in your imagination. It used to be one nation under God. Now it's no nation, then divide, rule and conquer, spraying lies, paying tax till you die. All lies, our lies, white lies, black lives, forever immortalized. Centuries full of genocides, but we still fantasize about better days. Elementary days, eyes yellow with haze, sparking blaze. How he spit so well, they're amazed. Put pen to paper and drew my way out that maze. Blessings to my maker, she made the way. Before the soul can see, the harmony within must be attained. I've been fiending since I was a teen, till I learned to coast and maintain. Strength and growth comes after pain. Brothers turned murderers, I was never able, but I kept the cane. Acting dangerous, just to live like a king. King killing kings, west coast of Africa, where my ancestors were snatched, beaten chains and in prison, but them conditions ain't no match. For our ancestral DNA, weathered the storm, came up with a plan to hatch a better way, other than dribbling or selling yay. Up early, read 100 pages. A well-nourished mind never slaves for wages. Knees on our necks, genocide for ages. These on her chest, demoralized for wages. All work, this king needs no praises. Raised in the struggle, so I work for the cause. Enlightened in the hustle, so I never chase the applause. Poem. I'm gonna do one more and then I'm gonna get to my last one. This one is titled, I think I do need a bit of a movement. This one is titled, A Cloth Cut from Kings. A cloth cut from kings, but that noose around our necks has turned into chains. Nowadays, an eighth can't ease the pains. Still I inhale and reminisce when life offered this young king no gains. Exhale and elevate, connect with the divine that's within. Nowadays, I get my daily bread with cream. That's word to method. I built this all hustle, no method. Had to turn my pain into tings. Now I give them to you as paintings. Sacred books help me to live and learn. Hit the tree of knowledge, heal and earn. Watch my monopoly quadruple. DC for Uncle Sam. Teach them young girls to lust and yearn. Mothers gotta twerk just to earn. Control the parents in them churches. Program the children, poor school lunches. What you eat affects how you think. Malnutrition makes the brain vulnerable. In turn, makes the mind easily programmable. Teach them royalty, but never how to be kings and queens. Desire and lust make slaves out of kings and queens. Trying to walk righteous, but I'm addicted to them finer things. Like this snow bunny on her knees just to afford them designer names. Temporary fix is all she needs. Get her ego on and fulfill my dreams. Then it's back to the money, on to the next. She's calling me honey. I'm calling her ex. Matter of fact, I ain't calling at all. And they're with it, just trying to ball. 846 reasons. Want to murk these boys that keep their knees on our necks. Middle finger to these unjust laws that makes it legal to keep higher taxes on our checks. Poem. This last one I'm about to do is just one second, bro. To give a little background. It's called Freedom. Seems that's what we all trying to get to, freedom. But freedom is never a destination. Freedom is not a place. It's a state of mind, like joy, happiness, love. So I hope to, share my perspective, and you can, see my point of view and gain some insights. Can you lower it a bit? Afro dreaded Blasier, I get paid for my thoughts. Lifeguard on call, still couldn't save a buck. True freedom is being self-employed. True freedom is a state of mind and not a place to be, but be all that you can be. 633, so many Nobel Peace Prize. Still the peace rise when the tension's high, and then flares flies. Bartolomeo Beretta ties, rich forever, off of lost lives. Black kings arise, black queens arise. Your likeness is the prize, your greatness no longer deprived. Peace, love, happiness, knowledge, power, purity, and bliss. These are the 7 virtues of the soul. Old ways won't open new doors. 100,000 mileage on these souls. But I'm walking on air. My thoughts lighter than a feather. I could float above water. Early morning, devotions to my maker. Gratitude to the journey for what it made me. A wise man once told me, never lose health while attaining wealth. Work and grow poor, or think and grow wealth. Cosmic intelligence penetrates the inner spaces of my thoughts, permeates my mind. The all is mind, the universe is mental. My external replicates my internal. I feel wonderful, I feel beautiful. No shame in revealing who I am, that I am, the Elohim. I am him. These are hymns. I stand erect, you get yours from hymns. Blank bullets you eject. Learn and unlearn, this is chess. 10 moves ahead like a grandmaster. 10 bands a wop, he a corner master. Future lifer, written in his record. Future king, written in my Akashic records. Open up my mind in a stellar beam, back to the cosmos, from whence I came. Mama never named me Hakim, but she sure birthed a king. Poem. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Peace and love.
One more time, unapologetic, ladies and gentlemen, Emmanuel. And before we get our headliner up here, Reef, we're going to take like 5 minutes. Please visit our bar, get some popcorn, do whatever, and support the club. And also, my friend Nigel's got a few pieces of artwork back there on the tables in the front room that have titles on the top of it. What is it? Resistance, Joy, I think, whatever. And he's asking folks to write their experiences actually on the canvas. So there's some pens out there. If you want to take 5 minutes and do that, I did it. And, leave your indelible mark. We'll be back in about 5 minutes with Reef. So thanks for hanging out. We'll be right back.
Shoot. Yo, we're ready when you are.
Yep.
Every time it rains, pennies from heaven. Don't you know each cloud contains pennies from heaven? You'll find your fortune falling all over town. Be sure that your umbrella is upside down. Trade them for a package of sunshine and flowers. If you want the things you love, you must have showers. So when you hear it thunder, don't run under a tree. There'll be pennies from heaven for you and me.
All right. Hey. All right, Nigel, are you around? Where is he?
Check.
Where did he go? Nigel's around, right? Mr. Nigel. Here he is. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, how do you like what you've seen so far? It was a good night, right? Okay. So this is our kickoff for Black History Month. And we told you about the artwork out there you can sign. And we just want to let you know about what happened. What is this? This is not my intro music, brother. You got to make this stop. Make it. There you go. Thank you very much. I know. And that was funny, though. But one thing that there's so much going on for this month, and please check your calendars out. But one thing that's important to me that's coming up is one of the very original R&B funk bands from Philadelphia is going to be here. They're called Breakwater, and they're going to be here. Steve Green, bass player extraordinaire, and his band. It's like a 13-piece band. They're going to be here on February the 7th. February 22nd. And please come out to see them. And right now, where is Nigel? Is he here? Where did he go? Oh, he is here. The guy who curated this whole thing, I'm going to have him introduce this last act. Please welcome Mr. Nigel Uzi over here. Come on.
I would like to invite up somebody who, since they knew of me, believed in me, and helped make all this happen. Reef.
Yo, thanks to everybody who came out tonight. Thanks for those who stuck around. I know it's Sunday night. Everybody's got work and school and all that in the morning. This is my DJ Caliph now. Give it up for him. We're going to rock a couple joints for y'all. Rock a couple joints for Nigel. This is like a really long intro. I'm not supposed to be on stage right now. So he's going to play this. I'm going to go high. And then when the beat drops, I'm going to come back out. So act like y'all didn't see me, okay? I was never here.
What's up, everybody?
Oh, man, where'd that guy go? He's mysterious. What's happening? This music's so crazy.
But our memory will neither blur nor fade.
What's up, Philadelphia? I go by the name of Reef the Lost Cause. This is DJ Caliph now. Black History Month is beginning. Shout out to Nigel, my brother. Let's go.
No fear.
Look, before my grandfather passed, he said, remember this. The face of death looked so innocent. Then he shut his eyes and drifted. I felt his soul lifted. I rolled a bone and lit it. It's kind of hard to see clear. It's hard to stand through the fog and all these tears. My life ain't been no crystal stairs. Not much in my pocket, that's why a pistol's there. Don't test me. You'll need some new veneers. I'm smoking bluegrass, that's luminaires. I spread love, but more comfortable with fear. If it wasn't for my babies and my dad, then I swear I be dead locked up or upgraders foot. I love my fans, but that's not who I make this for. I make this, so I won't take this and make it click, clack, splat where your face sits. In a world of hoteps and racists, I'm the man in the middle who fills them both with hatred. Cause I know what's really poppin', and that's that a man is only honest as his options. Stop it, make some noise if you in the building. Right side, left side. Right side, left side. Yeah, DJ Caliph now on the ones and twos. We getting crazy in this joint. Yo, I love this place, man. I gotta come back here. Just watch a silent movie. Yo, the resurrection of Killmonger. Tony Montana when he was still a dishwasher. I'm not a real hip-hopper. I'm spitting them straight dope like a pill popper. Who shot you? They may never know. Cut them off at the roots so they may never grow. They can never match my passion. I live by the phrase, time for some action. My city know how I get down. Just ask them. My name don't just ring bells, it cracks them. So thanks to God and this absent for making me see the whole picture and not fragments. Magic, no top hat or rabbit, no rest for the wicked. I don't know what a nap is. I drop nothing but classics, even though I never get credit like a track list. Classic. Make some noise, y'all. It's the reason why this is the... Hold up, pause that. This is the reason why this is the greatest job in the world. Because I get to go, make some noise, y'all. You can't do that. You can't go to your job tomorrow when you walk in and say, make some noise. They're going to tell you to shut the fuck up. All right, you ready?
At Port Tide, I've switched the songs like 17 times on him in the last 24 hours. I don't even know what's gonna, he's just gonna play shit. Y'all with that? Play shit when my mind gets to roaming, my mouth gets to opening. When the man is gonna stop out here, it's getting wild out here, wild out here, yeah, wow, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. I wasn't supposed to do the hook at that part. We're just having fun with it, man. Let's go with it. Deep in the mind is where I'm told seeking you'll find. I smoke reefer recline, let the streets intertwine with the beats of rewind. No sleep I can find. I pause, examine walls that I'm eager to climb. All you seeing is crime. Hella high water rise, you'll drown, homeboy. You can't compete with the tide. Can't see it like it's sleep in your eyes. How weasel despise. I made clay out of the feeblest minds. I wonder how evil could thrive. I wonder how in these last days all my people survive. Reefers alive, screaming from the hilltops. I'm from hilltop when niggas still box. Feel like a still box to keep the mills hot. Sometimes you have to still pots. I wonder, does that make me a thief? I will not allow them to fuck up hip hop. I wonder how many rappers would die without TikTok. My mind gets to roaming, my mouth gets to opening. When the man is gonna stop out here, it's getting wild out here. They lick shots out here. No education, ain't no jobs out here. When my mind gets to roaming, my mouth gets to opening. When the man is gonna stop out here, it's getting wild out here. They lick shots out here. No education, ain't no. Hey yo, I wonder why we still overseas. Is it because we care about the people or is it oil and greed? I wonder what they do with our cheese. They raise money for research but never cure no disease. I wonder why they fucking with me for buffing my trees, but you can still get trashed and handed your keys to the ignition. Listen, this means something to me, so I wonder what make a rapper claim he's not an MC. See, I write for dead homies, my brothers in streets, my people's my brother, and my baby mother to be. So no, I don't respect a nigga who's been nothing for keys. I wonder if these kids know it ain't just hustle and scheme. Instead of coke, we need to be discussing their dreams. Young boy said it's nothing, real from fucking with D. I looked him dead in his face so our eyes can meet and asked him what he really want his life to be. He said, my mind gets to roaming, my mouth gets to opening. When the man is gonna stop out here, it's getting wild out here. They lick shots out here. No education, ain't no jobs out here. When my mind gets to roaming, my mouth gets to opening. When the man is gonna stop out here, it's getting wild out here. They lick shots out here. No education, ain't no jobs out here. And I wonder. Hey. All right. What do you think, man? So this is a song that I've been saying I'm gonna do it. We wrote this in 2021 during the George Floyd uprisings. I never did it live. I actually don't even know it or remember it. But Lady Alma just said do it, so I have to do it now. Shout out to Lady Alma in the building. Fuck. Why did I do this? Shit. Last week we lost our matriarch, but the way I thought about it is I'm glad she died, cause this would break her heart to see this world just start to break apart. The demons and devils and mad at the hate they brought. But she smiled knowing that we stopped to talk and got up and fought, took to the streets, organized and marched. The minds of the youth were mobilized and sparked. The power's in the people, that's how I was taught. I was sitting in the dark, pistol close by, watching every single fucking car that rides by, wondering who's inside and what feelings they resign. Cause the people that wanna kill me, cause I try and speak my mind, cause they know that it's a privilege to upleave these children and teach them not to be fucking victims to these villains. We demand revolution and whatever comes with it. 2024 pop, yeah, strictly for my niggas and my brothers and my children. Say and listen. Yo, don't be cold. You got to give a little. All power to the people. Yo, hey young world, you know the world is yours. The trees probably leave it better than the world before. That's a tall task. Cause we left you in the tall grass with nothing but dead bodies and dog tags. But I believe from the ashes, you will rise and be the ones to finally move us past this maggot minefield filled with fucking fascists. Every time they try to gas us, my teeth gnashes. They used to put lashes where your back is, except we keep somehow making it happen. And they mad as shit that we remain magic, beat us down and then say that we attack them. Well, that's that then. Ain't no more arguing, ain't no more pacifying whatever they are harboring. We in the fight now. And to see you get there, I will lay my fucking life down right now. Yeah, yeah. Children, I got through it. Don't be cold. You got to give a little, give a little. Yeah. All power. All power to the people. Say it with me, Philly. All power to the people. The people. All power to the people. The people. All power to the people. The people. All power to the people. The people, 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 all power to the, all power to the, all power to the, all power to the, ha. They used to say, you keep smoking that shit, you ain't gonna remember nothing. I fucking showed them, huh? That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, those little girls aren't still here, are they? All right. Damn, I forgot about that for a second. That'd have been terrible if I looked over and just saw those adorable little girls. Like, Mommy, why is that man talking like that? I don't know. What is it? All right, so this right here, this is about beautiful people. American me. I'm the song sprung from under the sea, the spirit of a people who had to jump to be free. When I listen close, I can hear them singing in key. They are singing in me. They are living through me. That clang of the chains creates a refrain, a pattern that pushes me forward as sure as the waves come crashing. And I'm asking if I'm making them proud. Then a boom of thunder and rain poured down from a cloud, and we dance in this rain as they chanted the names, reminding me of the blood that was stamped in my veins. And it's a marvel to be a descendant of Cain. No matter the time of playing, we are he who remains. What a gift to receive, even if it can seem ours is a grief that will get no reprieve. And they tried to bury us, didn't know we were seeds, hung our bodies from trees, we just turned into leaves. Believe, look at that captain trying to capture us. Stole the style and packages, sold it back to us. Killer cops still grabbing and attacking us. Our resilience is nothing short of miraculous. Look at that captain trying to capture us. Stole the style and packages, sold it back to us. Killer cops still grabbing and attacking us. Our resilience is nothing short of miraculous. Young brother, you miraculous. Little sister, you miraculous. Killer cops still grabbing and attacking us. Our resistance is nothing short of miraculous. Yo, OG, you miraculous. Auntie, you miraculous. Killer cops still grabbing and attacking us. Our resilience is nothing short of miraculous. Perm in your head or even a curly weave, afro sheen, or long locks down to your knees. Army fatigues or suits by Armani. Pastors, imams, and the god bodies. The Christians, the gangsters, Sammons and Harvard graduates. The middle class families, the bougie, ghetto fabulous, the catalyst, the crassness, the classness, the culture, the working man, the hustler, the builder, the soldier, the storyteller, the project story dweller, the card sharks, loan owners and fortune tellers, the candy lady, the number man, the kids blinking, old head hitting the running man. I love my folk, my city and my country folk, the wise and intelligent to the down low gutter folk. I love your blackness and I honor it, cause black is many things, but one thing it ain't is a monolith. Yeah, look at our captains trying to capture us. Stole the style and packages, sold it back to us. Killer cops still grabbing and attacking us. Our resilience is nothing short of miraculous. Yeah, look at our captains trying to capture us. Stole the style and packages, sold it back to us. Killer cops still grabbing and attacking us. Our resilience is nothing short of miraculous. Yeah, young brother, you miraculous. Little sister, you miraculous. Killer cops still grabbing and attacking us. Our resilience is nothing short of miraculous. Yeah, OG, you miraculous. Auntie, you're miraculous. Killer cops still grabbing and attacking us. Our resilience is nothing short. Nothing short. All right. We're rocking and rolling. Did I really knock my fucking water down on all the wires?
Settle back now, content, comfortable, well fed, and ready for some fine entertainment. Everybody happy?
Everybody good?
Let's go.
I'm gonna just rap my songs, all right?
Showtime.
Let's go, Philly. Come on, come on. It go. Cannons to the left, cannons to the right. All metal. Raphael De La Ghetto. Cannons to the left, cannons to the right. All metal. Raphael De La Ghetto. Cannons to the left, cannons to the right. All metal. Raphael De La Ghetto. Cannons to the left, cannons to the right. All metal. Raphael. Yeah. It sound like a symphony. It sound like when I came to the gate, your king bent the knee. It sound like I dipped, every shot sent to me, and came back and locked people up. That's symmetry. Assassinate him like Kennedy. In 63, can of claws, I be coming down your chimney. I'm him, I'm Hemi Butler, I'm Himothy. On my hand, I hold the stones of infinity. And when my fingers snap, boy, that shit's a wrap. There's no cap, won't nothing bring them back. I ain't got time to talk this and that. Get your freaking pockets tapped like Peter Pat. Joe Frazier, I'm Philly's champ. They think they can fuck with me. They really can't. They claim to be the danger, but I really am. This feel like 98 Little Fame and Billy Dance. Cannons to the left, cannons to the right. All metal, Raphael. Cannons to the left, cannons to the right. All metal,
Raphael De La Ghetto.
Cannons to the right, all metal, Raphael. Cannons to the left, cannons to the right, all metal, Raphael De La Ghetto. Cannons to the left, cannons to the right, cannons to the left, cannons to the right, volley and thunder. Make some noise if you still with us, Philly. Speaking of Philadelphia, let's go right to TSOQ. This is a song I wrote. Hi. This is a song I wrote about 20 years ago about the city that I love and loathe at the same time with the same passion. We're a beautiful place. We got a lot of work to do, but there's no place like home. Am I correct? Let's go. It's called The Sound of Philly. Yeah, 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 yeah. Shout out, shout out, shout out, shout out. West Philly in the building. North Philly in the building. Uptown in the building. Southwest in the, yeah, yeah. Welcome to the home of brotherly love. Brothers covered in blood, the man's office covered in bugs. The youth dreams cut short, swept under the rug. Love for self is our way, by the love for the drugs. Go Eagles, Mike Vick, fuck T.O. We ain't hard to find, homie, just follow the weed smoke. See, we eat rolls and grease, beef soak, overweight and evil. A city of justice unequal. The shadow of New York we still under. So we try to kill them every summer. Walk a little tougher. Guns busted how we chose to fight. Well, you could go from being a star to a scumbag overnight. Streets often deserted on the coldest nights. Old heads drinking Thunderbird, show you right. Cops don't ask if you know your rights. Hopeless hype, smoking pipe, pavement gamblers, rolling dice. Short sayings describe your whole life. Low expectancy at a low price for a low life. Demanding many hairs shine so bright. But they can give a fuck in they crib, it's no lights. Everybody rhyme and they claim they don't write. It down, sit down, take it all in. Civilization, this is where it all ends. The city I call kid. Yo, so take caution. The sound of Philadelphia. Gunshots and gritty beats. Come along with me. Hear my city speak. It's talking to you. It's giving you a heads up and saying that people around here is getting fed up. It's the sound of Philadelphia. Gunshots and gritty beats. Come along with Reef. Hear my city speak. It's talking to you. It's giving you a heads up and saying that people around here is getting fed up. Scoops the fruits of our labor made by moves that's major. Hood gossip, never news from the newspaper. Don't ask me for shit, we never do favors. The elders are now just a bunch of recluse neighbors. Tax scholars go to prisons, new judges, new chambers. Love it when you lose, kill you if you came up. Niggas passing disease, touching the same love. You either cutting a demo or getting cane cut. And don't go to school, they'll treat you like a lame duck. You ain't my master, yeah, it's a shame, but what do you expect from kids who need respect cause no one was at home for them to learn respect from? We respect guns, we respect funds. Let's face it, my future don't look like the Jetsons. Don't ask the government for help cause we expect none. Our heroes get murdered, replaced with the next one. It's like a Wild Western, a way out, I hope I get one. And I hope that will happen for the crabs in the barrel. And I don't have to let off a blast from a barrel. The city of Philly, the city of Philly. It's the city, the city, the city, the city. It's the sound of Philadelphia. Gunshots and gritty beats. Come along with me. Hear my city speak. It's talking to you. It's giving you a heads up and saying that people around here
It's getting fed
it's
up.
the sound of Philadelphia. Gunshots and gritty beats. Come along with me. Hear my city speak. It's talking to you. It's giving you a heads up and saying that people around here. I said it's getting kind of hectic. 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 Yeah. Yo, give it up for DJ Khalif now. The DJ is the most important element of this shit. I don't care what nobody says. No DJ, no beats. Todd also likes to use his projector. I don't know why we didn't use the big screen, but we're going to use this one. Show them how you do, baby. We like to have fun, man. It can't just be me yelling at you guys the whole time. We're wrapping it up soon. We're going to have a little fun before we do that. Is that all right? Send y'all home on an uplifted vibe. Come on. Come on. Make some noise for Khalif now. Twisting it up. He said, ah. It's funny, when I hear Al Green, or like Al Green or Stevie, like, I'm always like, damn, they sound like me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, damn, Al Green kind of sounds like me when I sing. You know what I mean? Stevie too. You know what I mean? Michael, all of them. Like, I embody all of those because they are all within me. You know what I'm saying? And this being Black History Month, oh, y'all think it's, yo, come on, listen. Let me see what you got, bro. Watch this. You don't have to be beautiful to turn me on. I just need your body, baby. From dusk till dawn. Yeah. You don't need experience. Alma, help me. To turn me on. You just leave it all up to me. I'm gonna show you what it's all about. Philly, help me out. You don't have to be louder. Be my girl. You don't have to be cool to rule my world. Ain't no particular sign I'm more compatible with. I just want your extra time and your. Yeah. Shout out to Emmanuel, representing right here. Come on, sing along, y'all. We need it more than ever. We need it more than ever. We said, could you be loved and be loved? Yeah, feel the vibes, y'all. Come on. And be loved. or even try to school ya.
Oh no.
Sing it if you feel it, y'all. We've got a mind of our own, so go to hell if what you're thinking is not right. I love this part. He said, love would never leave us alone. Yes, yes, yes. One more time, sing it with us, y'all. Come on. Could you be loved and be loved? Could you let me love you? Because I love you all. Rest in peace, Bob Marley. Rest in peace, Prince. Black history, real history. Let's give him one more. The rule of threes, right? What you got?
Give me some ganja.
Yeah, This is more my spirit animal right here, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Prince was super religious. Bob had mad hoes, but Bob was chilling, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. What we say? Who got some? Maybe outside. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. Oh, yeah. He said, I'm in love with Mary Jane. She's my main thing. She makes me feel alright. She makes my heart sing. And when I'm feeling low, she comes as no surprise. Turn me on with her love. Takes me to paradise. Do you love me, Mary Jane? Oh. Do you think you love me? Mary Jane. Don't you play no games? Yeah. Make some noise, y'all. We about to get up out of here. It's late. It's Sunday.
Yo, Reef, I love your singing, man.
Yeah. We actually have a song for real where I attempted to sing, but I ended up cutting the shit out and just leaving the sample in. But we're going to have some fun tonight. This shit right here is dedicated to everyone of a certain age. Looking around the room, I don't have to fucking get too deep on that, you know what I'm saying? But they seem to like, it seems to be this thing of like, once you hit a certain age or a certain point in life, like, you're no longer valuable or viable. And I think that's fucking insane because I feel better than I ever have in my whole life. I feel more clearer. I feel more like, as far as rapping goes, I bring your most spry 22-year-old young boy up here. I will knock his ass all over this joint. He's not gonna sing Prince. That kid doesn't even know who Prince is. Fuck that kid. He doesn't exist, but in my mind he does. I got mad love for him though, whoever he is, that kid that I just made up. Let's go. This is called A Fine Wine, AKA I Still Got It. And I dedicate this to everyone who still got it. Don't let them tell you because you're getting older, you're getting slower, you're getting better. Let's go. Yeah. All love, no pain, this, that, cocaine, no flowers without rain. The rose that grew from concrete, walk where my God guides me. He put the love inside me to rhyme divinely. This shit way beyond me, don't mind me. I'm running blindly at a high speed. I can't see who beside me or behind me. Speaking unkindly, see, I lead that for the square niggas. Then please stay over there, niggas. 20 years still put them in the chairs. I say that's red, nigga. The longevity, the brevity. My melodies will forever rock steadily. Oh yes, it's me. Imagine what you've yet to take my hand. My shoes, my girl, I still take my car, my house, my bag. I still got, you still got it. Woo! All work, all muscle,
all brain, all muscle. You ain't riding,
that clock ain't stopping just yet. I'm still locked in step. People still put a lot of stock in it when I drop in. What I got next, that's not a flex. That's called respect. That was earned through years of sweat. It's pretty clear I'm blessed, so I don't have not a near regret. I still get the feature bag. And I also teach in class. And I will still beat your ass. It's like I'm filled with diesel gas. And I still find time somehow to be a dad. You can't keep up, don't even ask. That's the truth, these is facts. Trust in me, believe in that. My shoes, my girl, I still got it. I got it. Make some noise, Sean. Let's get out of here.
I still got it.
This is our last song for the evening. This is our last song for the evening. We know we want to finish on a high note. Make sure it's all right. Cool. I gotta make sure I can get to Acme before 10 o'clock to get a bad bottle of wine. You're not gonna find a better deal than that. I get like a fucking magnum of Shiraz. I don't even know what Shiraz is, but it sounds cool. For anyone that drinks wine like that, just get Shiraz because it makes people go, "What is that?" It's Shiraz. Are you not familiar? It makes me feel fancy. Anyway, that's my whole point of saying that's why I'm finishing, so I can get out of here and go get a fucking bottle of Shiraz before Acme closes. So this right here is the title track of our last record, which actually was dropped 2 years ago tomorrow, February 2nd, 2024. So it's perfect divine timing. This is called The Triumphant. May you always remain free, and may you always remain triumphant. Love and respect, infinite love and respect to the first and many times I will be looking to work with the young brother Nigel. Respect, love. And we're definitely gonna come back. It's our first time ever walking through these doors. This place is beautiful.
Thanks to the staff,
So,
the sound.
if you guys follow
guys
the
killed
Falsehood
it.
page, we're definitely coming back to do something again soon. For sure, absolutely. When it gets nicer out, you know what I mean? I'm gonna go fucking, wait, does the dude look at his shadow tomorrow? He does look at his shadow tomorrow. I'm gonna fucking kill that motherfucker. I'll fucking kill that motherfucker. I will drive to, where's it, Puxatawny and strangle that little, I swear to God, I'm over this shit. I used to love this shit when I was a kid. And my friend was like, yeah, because you would go fucking frolicking in the snow. You guys still got to go to work in the morning. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. All right, this last song.
The world is held together.
Yeah.
Really, it is held together by the love and the passion.
If there's one thing I can say, when me and this man rock, you will never, ever, ever forget it. How about that? Yeah.
Any afternoon, around you. But you gotta remember.
That's James Baldwin talking. I wish it was a little louder in the stand, but we have to work on that next time.
You could be that person.
Yeah.
You could be that monster.
Shout out to everybody.
And you're deciding
Listen.
yourself not to.
Yo, have you ever seen a rose wilter deep inside of your heart? Bruise a cold blizzard, so many tears you might drown inside your own river. The devil is a lie, but God too is a known fibber. This world can be a soul killer. You can't edit this shit. There is no filter. Sometimes there's no time to breathe. It's like lost after lost, and there's no time to grieve, no time to sleep, and no voice to scream. Stuck on a hamster wheel with no choice to leave. But let me tell you what I see: a survivor, a fighter, a champion, a G. This world brought you to your knees, but somehow you found the strength to believe. You rose up and screamed, I am not done yet. And just in that moment, you remained the triumphant. Yeah, I know the road was strong. God's ups and a hole so hard. Just so I can get here. Just so I can get here. Yeah, see, I had to fight the good fight through the night. And I see the light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah. Yeah. Yo, you'll come back stronger than they've ever seen before, stronger than any drink or drug that you were reaching for. There'll be no white flags or retreat from war. You are going to keep on swimming until you reach the shore. You'll keep kicking, you'll keep paddling, you'll keep on living. You'll keep on battling. You'll keep on acting like your life matters. Then you'll go back inside the water and help somebody after this. And if the tide should try and take you, we'll throw a lifeboat, throw a rope and save you. But I don't think you'll even need it, cause you're a badass motherfucker and I mean it. This world brought you to your knees, but somehow you found the strength to believe. You rose up and screamed, I am not done yet. And just in that moment, you remained the triumphant. I see the road was gone. Got upside and hope so hard. Just so I can get here. Just so I can get here. Yeah, see, I had to fight the good fight through the night. And I see the light at the end of the tunnel. My name is Reef the Lost Cause. That's DJ Caliph now. Thank you for staying. Get home safely. We hope to see you the next time we come to this beautiful venue. Shout out once again to Nigel. Young brother, I'm so proud to know you. Keep doing what you're doing. Thanks for having us. Wouldn't have missed it for the world, kid. Peace to all the performers, all the helpers, all the bartenders.
Thank you.
I mean, we love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Vendors, the whole nine. I'm out. We gotta do it twice. We've actually never done that before. That was the first for us. Aw, aw.
I would like. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out here. I'd like to thank Reef for giving us such a performance. I'd like to thank Luanda and Emmanuel and Boss Lady for also giving great performances. And I also like to thank my mom for yeah, thank y'all for coming out. Don't forget to bring your trash out and throw it away. And yeah, get out before it gets too late. I got school tomorrow.
Electricity lingers in our fingers. Oh, you can burn every fuse and refuse. Turn your positive minus. Electricity lingers in our fingers. Oh, wasn't it kinda wonderful? Wasn't it kinda wonderful, baby? Wasn't it kinda wonderful, wonderful? Oh, wasn't it kinda wonderful? Wasn't it kinda wonderful, baby? Wasn't it kinda wonderful, wonderful?
Yeah, this one right here goes out to all the babies, mamas, 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 baby mamas, mamas. Yeah, go like this. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. My baby is drama, mama. Don't like me. She be doing things like having the boys come from her neighborhood to the studio trying to fight me. She need to get a piece of American pie and take her bite out. That's my house. I disconnect the cable and turn the lights out. And let her know her grandchild is a baby and not a paycheck. Private school, daycare, shit, medical bills, I pay that. I love your mom and everything. See, I ain't the one who lay down. She wanna rip you up, start a custody war. My lawyer, stay down. She never got a chance to hear my side of the story. We was divided. She had fish fries and cookouts for my child's birthday. I ain't invited. Despite it, I show her the utmost respect when I fall through. All you do is defend that lady when I call you. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. Me and your daughter got special things going on. You say it's puppy love. We say it's full grown. Hope that we feel this way forever. You can plan a pretty picnic, but you can't predict the weather. Miss Jackson. 10 times out of 9. Now if I'm lying, fine. The quickest muzzle, throw it on my mouth and I'll decline. King meets queen, then the puppy love thing. Together dream about that crib with the good year swing. On the oak tree, I hope we feel like this forever. Forever, forever, ever, forever, ever. Forever never seems that long until you're grown. And notice that the day by day ruler can't be too wrong. Miss Jackson, my intentions were good. I wish I could become a magician to abracadabra all the sadder. Thoughts of me, thoughts of she, thoughts of he. Asking what happened to the feeling that her and me had. I pray so much about it, need some knee pads. It happened for a reason, one can't be mad. So know this, know that everything's cool. And yes, I will be present on the first day of school and graduation. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. Look at the way he treats me. She look at the way you treat me. See your little nose ass homegirl and got your ass sent up the creek, G. Without a pad on, you left the straddle and ride this thing on out. And the union girl ain't speaking no more cause my dick all in, I'm out. I'm talking about jealousy, infidelity, envy, cheating, beating, and the N to the G, they be the same thing. But who you placing the blame on? You keep on singing that same song. Let bygones be bygones. You can go and get the hell on you and your mom. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real.
like a sex machine, man. Moving, doing it, you know. Can I count it off? 1, 2, 3, 4.